Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack at it, right? And as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, Capital City 9-1 Sickness, Sacramento Stand Up, Sacra, right? We're talking about Sacktown, homes. Sacra, Sacktown, Sacramento, Sacramaniac, Sacro fucking mental sickness. Whatever you want to call it, that area code of the 916, man, that 9-1 Sickness is where it's at. Now, trip out on Capital City. I myself know a lot of individuals from Sacra. And first and foremost, I want to say nothing but love and respect for the city of Sacktown, man. Real motherfuckers doing it in a real way for a real long time. And they're going to continue as such. That's guaranteed in a menudo style, in a direct fashion. Let's talk about it. Sacra, right? I know I've done things on Sacramento in the past. We're going to do it again. Orale, the remix. And in that fashion, we're going to get it on, homes. There's always part 2 to every story. Now, Trip. Did a lot of time with authors from Sacra, right? A lot of times, man. And they've always been different. Sacramento's always been its own, right? Sacramento was considered an island, homes. And when I say an island, not Gilligan's Island, homie. You know what I mean? Or the Dr. Moreau's Island. You go over there to fucking Sacra, they'll fuck around and peel your whole shit backwards, right? And what I mean by that is Sacramento has a little mix of that Bay Area swag, that Bay Area flavor, and that Central Valley bang bang. You feel me? And it's always been like that. You know, I've done a lot of time with vatos from Sacramento. As a young buck, man, into a big buckshot, into a motherfucking baila. It's been what it was, man. Gun style. The gunplay is fucking real in Sacramento. Okay? And we ain't going to talk about, you know, intricacies into details of crimes and things that are committed out there in Sacramento, because Sasuke, we'd be here forever because it continues. Right now, some vato just got shot, I bet. That's just what it is in the 9-1 Sickness. But anyone that doesn't know about Sacramento, the city of Sacra, the capital, then they just don't know. You know, and I'm about to give you a little game, a little bit of clecha, but that's what it is. I'm going to give you what I can give you from the gun, Central Valle, bang, bang. So doing time, one of the first individuals that I ran into out of Sacramento was the homeboy Bads, right? Bad Boy from 36th Street, Franklin, Sacra, right? And let me tell you right now, man, most definitely, I talk about him a lot in my CYA spills because the individual got that coming. He was righteous in a righteous fashion, and he was really out there doing it. A lot of other individuals I ran into, like Carrot, man, his brother Dopey, all these vatos from Franklin were with the business, right? Some of them continue to be with the business. That's just what it is, man. The city of Sacra is different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. They're most definitely different, homie. 2 Chainz will snatch both those motherfuckers one time for your mind. Got to give Sacramento their love, right? Especially with what's going on now. You know, you got a lot of red on red, a lot of smack your motherfucking hat backwards. A lot of different things are happening. The political makeup of Sacramento has always been its own. Of course, a lot of these vatos wiggle in a northern fashion. You have sureños that wiggle in that House Street fashion out there in the north side of Sacra. Shout out to them vatos from House Street. Them sureños, they've been holding it down since the 80s, vato. Vatos are in a real way. You know what I mean? We're going to get into a whole lot of gang shit concerning Sacramento because Sacramento is a whole lot of gang-related city. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And I remember getting to NRCC, off Ramona Drive out there in Sacramento. That was a reception, man. I went from juvenile hall. Of course, I got convicted for the murder. And boom, I end up off Ramona. And I'm saying, okay, what is this? What's the business? What is it with, man? I'm in the city of Sacramento. Now things are going to change. Of course, I was in the California Youth Authority reception, so I wasn't really out there on them guys. But I get locked up, and it seems like there was a lot of homeboys from Sacra and a lot of fucking Oak Park Bloods at this time. Very well established. The Sangres were with the biz. I remember they were very, very deep in NRCC. We didn't really do too much willings and dealings with these individuals at this time. We were thick too, so we just, you know, huddled up amongst our own and did what we did, and the wiggle was real that way. But I can say that carro was big. So over the time and why, of course, running into Bads, man, we have a very solid relationship as far as homeboys, man, doing our thing, putting it down. We wiggled from Nellis. He ended up going his way. I went mine. I went to Preston. We hooked back up in motherfucking Carl Holton, and the wiggle just got realer, right? We got a little bit older, a little bit bolder, and a little bit colder. Let me brush this shit off my shoulder. It's what it was, right? You know what I mean? Knowledge that you can't get in college. That's that Sacramento shit. That's that lab shit. That's that Mozzie shit. That's them real motherfucking hitters out there in Sacramento really putting it down, whether it be lyrically on the mic or in them streets, something that you don't like. That's what they do, okay? And The norteños have always been well established. You got old gangs, Central, Diamonds, Broderick, probably the oldest barrio out of Sacra, Cincos. You got motherfuckers out of Franklin, Oak Park, Del Paso Heights, you know what I mean? Real motherfuckers out there. Nogales, motherfuckers off Lane, 14th Ave. You got motherfuckers just doing it. In Southside Sacra, Southside Iraq, as far as the north side, everywhere. Okay, SAC is doing it. And you've had sureños established as well. You always had 47th. 47th was probably the first barrio of sureños out there doing it. And I remember back in the 90s, man, the motherfucking gunplay was real. The AK-47, you feel me? They were really down with that. I remember I used to wiggle through Sacramento, man, when I got out in 1996 out of CYA. And every time we went there, man, we'd be headhunting. We'd be looking for them 47 streets to hit 47 different ways with an AK. You feel me? That's just what it was. Now, of course, I promote the unity of raza. And so, if I see a vato with a 4-7 on it, man, I just think of 47 ways of embracing it, man. It's all love. But back then, these were the vatos that we were hunting for when we went to Sacktown as a Merced Carro. We'd boogie over there and kick it with some homeboys. Now, I met some fucking righteous individuals from a lot of barrios. I met vatos from Gardons, Barrio Gardons. And the difference with that barrio and every other barrio is in Sac, right? Well, I can't say every other barrio because you do have Oak Park Norteños as well as Oak Park Bloods. Sacramento, a lot of these barrios grew up with the Africano community all together sharing the same hood. And I know Gardons is notorious for that because you've always known about Garden Block Crips, the Cripas, 29th Street, 24th Street, Brother Lynch, X-Rated, shout out to a real one. All these different Crip hoods. And in the 90s, the Crips was wiggling, bro. They had Sac on lock, man. They were doing their thing, Mr. Doc, all these motherfuckers. Everyone pumped their music. I still do to this day, daily. It's just what it is. You better bring your knife to the yard. And in that fashion. But at the same time, there was a lot of Norteño barrios that were not necessarily clicked up, but shared the same hood. And Barrio Gardons was notoriously one of them. There was a point in time when Barrio Gardons even wore blue paños because they were that affiliated and that closely associated with the Cripas from the Garden Block. You had Garden Lamb Boys. You had a lot of different shit going on in Sacra. And I can't really speak onto the intricate politics of what's fucking happening nowadays. Nowadays, these little youngsters out there, this new generation will fucking peel your banana. And in that fashion. You know what I mean? So it's get orderly banana in the tailpipe. They're not fucking with you, man. They're gonna buck with you. And that's what it is, man. Ghost style. If you know what I know, then you know, right? So it's happening. It's happening out there in Sacramento. They've always been with the gunplay. They've always been with the politics. But politically, the political makeup of Sacramento was they've always been their own. They're on their own island, homie. They're doing their own thing. They ain't going by no rules and regulations of no one's, homes. You know what I mean? La primera. First and foremost, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do. And in a wiggle fashion, that's just what it is, Sacktown. The rap game's always been intricate into the politics of Sacramento. Meaning whatever was going on in the rap game, a lot of vatos followed suit, adjusted themselves and followed suit. And of course, now what you have is you got a lot of beef going on in the Southside Iraq, Oak Park, with this Mozzie and Cash Money Lavish D beef. It kind of spilled out into the streets. It started in the streets, went into the booth, and came on back to the streets, right? And there's a lot of wars that are happening. A whole lot of gang wars, whole lot of lyric wars, a whole lot of real wars. And at the end of the day, real bodies are really falling and real casualties are really happening. There's really mothers crying out there, So in the city of Sacramento, man, don't sleep on it. A lot of vatos don't go into Sac unless you're from Sac because I'm telling you right now, man, you can get hit all the way from Mac Road to Florin. It's real talk. It really happens out there. All the way from Lane Drive on back. Motherfuckers will peel your shit back. Del Paso Heights, Citrus Heights, man, Florin Road. I'm telling you, they're macking it. That's just what it is. Okay? But on some real gangster shit concerning the city of Sacramento, I will tell you that these youngsters nowadays are holding it 10 toes down. Now, I know in my first spiel, I was talking about some of the Norteños gravitating towards the Zillas. And of course, it was all fun and games, man. I was clowning a little bit, talking about Frank Lone was falling off and they were going. And hey, shout out to the homeboys and respect to the real motherfucker from Frank Lone, still putting it down, VC36 and all that, right? You vatos get your respect and your love. It's always been that way with me, man. I've had nothing but love for the capital city. At the same time, I will say this in a menudo style and a direct fashion, because that's what I do. It's happening, hums. I'm not saying these values are totally falling off. I'm saying there's becoming a thin line. between the sangres and the fate. You know what I mean? The fate of the homeboys. There's a lot of homeboys that are wiggling over there, whether it be musically to enhance their music career or just because the Varios are holding it down with, you know what I mean? Sasuke, our enemies are your enemies because we're closely associated. Boom. And it's always been like that. There's always been loose alliances, and Vatos are from this side of town, so they don't get along with that side of town. Now, I am hearing things about pinkies up and pinkies down, and I don't know nothing about that, so I'm not going to really speak on that. That's Sacramento politics, right? You go there and you find out yourself. Vatos, sabes que, órale, put your pinky one way or the other, homes, and they'll shoot those motherfuckers off one time for their mind. You know, drum style. 50-gallon drums is what we call them out in the town. Now, look, on some real shit, I wanted to give respect to the city of Sacramento because I know motherfuckers felt out like I played them out of pocket the last time I talked about Sacramento. And it's never been like that. It's never been in a disrespectful fashion. It's always been in a righteous fashion the way I speak on the city of Sac. It's nothing but love and respect. You got to give love and respect to that capital city one time. 901 times for the sickness, you know? Just based on it's a real city. It's real life. Like I said, they're their own. They've always been a little bit different, man. I remember doing time with homeboys, and a lot of homeboys, righteous, real solid motherfucking individuals, still out there actively, still out there wiggling, will tell you Sakura has always been different. Not different in a bad way, in a J-Cat way, and none of that, homie. Just different. They don't give a fuck, homes. They're doing what they do, how they want to do, and that's just what it's going to be like. You know? So, right now, lately, motherfuckers been getting smacked. Constantly. Indubitably. You know? And, I don't know what's leading up to it. You know, it could be Sasuke, you pinch my butt, Sasuke, fuck you, sas, and in that fashion you get menudoed right there on the block. That's what's happening, right? As far as the rap game is elevated to the utmost. You know, of course, you've always had Mr. Doc, like I said, X, Lynch, Bo, Miss Marvelous, all those original rappers, man, that you give them their love. But nowadays you have all these Mozzie Cats, Cash Money, Lab D, and all, you know, June on the beat was making their beats. You had all this shit going on, and it's gonna be some motherfuckers are gonna feel some type of way, because what people don't understand in the rap game is most of those rappers are not clappers. They're clap on, clap off. They're not doing that. Mostly in the rap game, man, it's all about a lot of he said, she said. It's so scary. They call, hey, can I beef with you? Y'all, hey, look, I think if we beef a little bit, we can make it, yeah, see, views for me, views for numbers. We could do numbers, right? And that's how it was. But in Sacramento, it's different. See, in Sacramento, the street politics are so real. If a motherfucker says something about you, has something to say about you in his mouth, motherfucker, they're trying to double back on him and wiggle. That's just how it's always been in the city of Sacktown. You know, it's real life. It's real life. It's hard out here for a pimp. That's how they're saying it out there in Sac. Pimp or not, man. You know, they, hey, hoes up, G's down, man. They're going to try to put the smack down. Fuck that. Ain't no hoes up around this camp, man. You know what I mean? It's all about G's. That's just what they do. You know, I've seen it with my own 4 fucking eyes. Period. Now, as far as the political makeup of the Norteños have always been established out of the city of Sacramento. Like I said, them old Varios have been doing their thing. Regiments established, NF control doing their thing, man. Quietly as it's kept. We're not going to speak on it because they can continue to do their thing. And that's their thing, homes. I ain't mad at them. Sureños out of Howell Park. You got the rapper Chito Ranas signed to Jay Diggs and all that. Diz Entertainment or whatever the fuck it may be. I can't call it like an alcoholic. I might be wrong. But I know the Vato is slapping. You know, quiet as it's kept, can't hate on the Vato. I seen a little video of the Vato, you know what I mean, when Northerner ran up on him, but that's to be expected, homes. If motherfuckers catch you slipping, parole, probation, you know what I mean, EDD office, college, foster freeze, In-N-Out Burger, so I'm scared at the mall, in a car wash, so I'm scared on the side of the road getting a mamon from a hooker, they don't give a fuck. They gonna run up, bro. That's just how them Vatos and Sakura do it. They're hoping to establish a little street cred, homes, and put your head on a platter. That's what they do. Mad Hatter style, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers is with the biz. So they ran up on the old boy, and he just sat there and took it. You know, there's only so much you can do when you're in a parole office. Everything is recorded. Everything is under observation. So I could understand where he was coming from. At the same time, I could understand the little homie that ran up on him too and was with the business. I'll be waiting for you outside, he said, Holmes. Now, we never got to see the ending, so we don't know what took place. If the homeboy truly waited and made that happen, Captain, or if not. But I know a couple months later, the Vato came back, retaliation with another song. And that's just what it was. I'm not going to take nothing from the city of Sacramento because I know that they're out there really doing that. If the motherfucker said he was waiting outside, so he was in that motherfucker like, ring, ding, dong, ring, ding, 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 dong. Keep your head spinning, right? He was about to get it spinning. AK style. That's known. But I got a lot of people I talk to in the city of Sacramento. A lot of authors that tell me the Norteño music is popping. You know, West Sac, man, Broderick, stand up. I know they consider West Sac a whole different city than Sacra, man, but the homeboys out of Broderick, probably one of the first barrios in Sacramento, have always been well established. Now, I know they got a lot of little northern riders that are moving up in there, and they've been establishing their pockets and doing their thing. You got to understand, man, the founder of that movement is from Sacramento, from South Park, right? So, of course, he's always going to have a little influence in the city of Sacramento concerning his gente, his people. That's his movement. That's his push. Let him do his thing. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I brought him to you live and direct. You heard the gun done talk to him. But do I push that? Nope. Nope, nope, no. No endorsement. Just do your thing. My boy, I'm mad at you, right? But at the same time, Vatos and Sacra do understand, man, that you got a lot of those cats out there wiggling. And, you know, and they know where they're at. It ain't hard to find. And them Vatos know where you're at. And it ain't hard to find. Everybody can get active in the function. You feel me? That's what it is out there in the city of Sacramento. You know, everyone's gangster, Everybody. Been doing it. You know, the Asians out there, man. Them Asian boys, they out there doing it. You know, the Sangres, the Cripas. You know, not necessarily the Cripas as much, man. They ain't doing it like they used to. The Norteños, as well as the Sureños, are still out there funking, man. The funking is real. You know, hopefully this into hostilities and everything can affect the guys, man, where motherfuckers calm down and kick it and get that embracement going, man, as a raza. But until that happens, man, Sacktown will put the Mac down. That's what it is. Friday night smackdown. You feel me? You know, do you smell what the gun is cooking? They on some real shit. So, my willings and dealings with Sacramento is, man, I got a lot of partners out of there, right? A lot of friends. A lot of individuals, and man, there you can't wiggle without a thing. You need you a little biscuit on your hip, a little piece, a little burn down, whatever you call it, right? Well, I call it a fusca, and in that fashion, you need something, you know, 900 million different ways to show one motherfucker that you got that sickness, right? That's what you got to have out there in the city of Sac. Because it's dangerous, homes. It's dangerous because the environment is very gang related, and the environment is motherfuckers don't play. They've established that. They've certified it. They've stamped it. They've put it in writing. Orale, bang, fucking bang, bang. It is what it is. Okay? But I've always had a lot of homeboys from different cities say, hey, fucking Sacra homes, them homeboys fucking move differently, you know? And I always told them, man, don't sleep on the homeboys. Because remember, like I said, I did time with a lot of real righteous motherfucking cats out of Sac. And I said, yeah, they are a little bit different. You got that right, homie. They got that base swag mixed with that valley mentality. And it is what it is, bro. But one thing they are not is suckers in any type of form or fashion. That is guaranteed, right? And I just wanted to say, all these motherfuckers that are out there rapping, talking about it, you know, don't sleep on these cats. Most of them are really about that life. You know, everyone in Sacramento, it's that water they drink. They're about that life. You have no choice living in that city, right? That's the capital, homie, but that's also the smackable. You know what I mean? They'll smack your shit backwards. I know it. So anyways, let me tell you a little story about the homeboy Bad Boy from Sacra. You know what I mean? Barrio Franklin Boulevard. I remember, man, he used to be on his bully tactics in a real way. I mean, some serious bully tactics. The Vato used to be running up on homeboys, didn't matter, red on red, Sureños, or whatever, but he was always about that shit, man. And I remember that fucking, there was this one homeboy, Chongo from Santa Rosa, had come in, and he had some smooth kicks, right? Smooth ass kicks, little Nike Cortezes, black stripe, homes, all white leather. You know what I mean? These are when everyone was pressing up with those fucking, the regular old paper looking fucking Cortezes, the black ones. That's all we had. And a couple people had the all black leather, and we thought we were doing big things. But hey, he seen these white ones, his eyes got big. You know, when fucking the homeboy Bad's eyes got big, man, the Sacramaniac came out. And shout out to them white boys, too, them Sacramaniacs holding it down, man, them Woods. They've been doing their thing. You know, they never get hardly spoken on, but well respected. Anyway, so this motherfucker, he's like, hey, I need them shoes right there. I'm a parole. I need those shoes. I said, motherfucker, you ain't paroling for about a year, Hums. He was like, don't matter. When I parole, those are me. And I said, but I think the homeboy Chonga's a righteous homeboy. You know what I mean? Of course, you got to get the benefit of the doubt. Your due process, it's all good. You know, he's embraced as a homeboy. He's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. See, in the city, Sac, Hums, if we want it, we just take it, Hums. I said, man, your bully tactics are real. He said, they about to get realer. And sure enough, man, he looked for any old reason, man, and he pressed up on the homeboys. And sauce, one day I came from school, and that fool was rocking him. I said, I thought you were going to say those for parole. He said, nah, bro, these motherfuckers are tight. You know what I mean? I'll get another pair before parole. Don't trip. Right? It was just the mentality, bro. It was the mentality of the individual. Yes, the individual was on some bullshit. He was on some motherfucking, he was on some Debo shit. But on the same token, man, it was the way them Sacramento boys rolled, man. They didn't give a fuck. And I'm not saying necessarily pressing up on Norteños or nothing like that. That was his little thing. I'm saying just fucking not giving a fuck, bro. If they want it, they're gonna go out there and get it by any means necessary. You know what I mean? The clapper, and that's what it was, menudo. But I just wanted to put out there, as far as what I said in my first spiel about norteños going over to Zillas and all this and that, I didn't know the fucking intricate details into what's going on over there. It is happening, though. For motherfuckers that say, oh, no, that's a lie, Holmes. We would never switch up. I'm not saying you're switching up, Holmes. I'm saying that you motherfucking hoods are gravitating and merging. Vato. Maybe you're merging on some gangster shit, right? But there is a lot of norteños, man, that are now claiming Zilla. I've ran into a couple myself that said they with that Zilla shit. So, man, quietly as it's kept, that's just what it is. I'm being honest and totally real. You know, the gun ain't going to never lie to you. The gun ain't never going to give you no bullshit, man. I'm going to give it to you the best of my abilities, raw, rugged, and direct in a menudo style, because that's what I do. You already know. In a direct fashion. So anyways, man, I wanted to say all them barrios in Sacra, all them hoods in Sacra, all them alleys in Sacra, the motherfuckers that are really getting it, man, nothing but love and respect. Go out there, get yours, man. It is what it is. Capital 9-1 Sickness, the city of Sacramento. You already know they're with the business. They will fuck your whole world up. If you want your world to get fucked up, go down Mac Road, take a left, South on the corner right there. Bang, 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 bang. They're with that business. The gun. Now trip out. Hit that like and subscribe if you're feeling this. If you ain't feeling this, hit the thumbs down. Do whatever you do, man. I ain't tripping either way. I'm slipping into clipping and getting to spitting. It's what I do. Look at Alexis in the background going off, keeping my security on high point. That's what I do, so I can pull out the high point. That's what I do. Now, Trip, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. You got everything that you want coming to you. At the end of the day, man, remember, it's all about raza unity and the embracement of such. On all parts, man, on all fronts, man, north, south, east, west, man, bulldog, you know what I mean? You already know what it is, Fresno, stand up, and it's all love, man, city of Sacramento, capital, you already know, the business, the gun.